Hey everyone, this is Gergő coming to you live from London, UK. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had an amazing week. I just quickly check if we're good. Yes, we're good. I'm live. So I hope you are well, hope you had an amazing week, and welcome to episode number 19, 5 mindset changes to transform your life. So first and foremost, can we change our mindset? Because long time ago, I believed, when I was around my 20s, early 20s, I believed that we just have a certain mindset and that's part of my personality, and that's it. So I just have to accept who I am, this is the way I think, and story finished. But then later I realized that that's not really true, that's not really the case, because we can change the way we think, and therefore we can change, we can transform our life. So I'd like to share with you 5 mindset changes today that help me a lot and hopefully will help you as well. So let's start with number 1. And in the meantime, of course, feel free to comment, feel free to let me know where you are watching from, and feel free to let me know any other mindset changes apart from these what you will see, because I'd really like to know your opinion. But the first one is change the have to get to. I will explain in a second. Or to want to. So what does this mean? I learned this, oops, dropping the pen just as always. So I learned this from a great friend. Her name is Agi, my good Hungarian friend, and when we had any discussion, any conversation, and I said, oh, I have to go, I have to do this, I have to do that, and she always reminded me that, Gergő, you don't have to. There's no have to. There's no such thing as have to. You can, you want, you can say any other things, but there's no such thing as have to. So I changed the have to get to. For example, when people say that, oh, I have to go to work, I have to take a shower, I have to make dinner, I have to do shopping for the weekend. If you change for I get to go to do the shopping, I get to take a shower, I get to do these things, that changes your energy. It gives you a kind of gratitude mindset, because you are privileged and you are blessed to do those things. You have the chance to do those things, because not everyone has the chance. So you can say, I get to do those things, or you can say, I want to do those things. And I said it's energetically impossible. You change your frequency into more gratitude, into more to that you have the choice, you have the freedom of choice. You can do these things. If you want to go to a hairdresser, if you want to do your work or anything else, it gives you a higher frequency and it gives you more gratitude, instead of the mindset of I have to do certain things, because it feels like you have no choice but have to do those things. So I think it's super important, because words are really powerful. Our words are super powerful, and this is how you can change that type of mindset. So don't say I have to do things, say I get to do things, or I want to do things. That's number 1. So number 2, which is what I just mentioned at the beginning, it's from fixed mindset to growth mindset. Growth mindset. So as I said, like long time ago, I was the guy who said, okay, this is the way I think, what can we do? And later I realized, I remember when I finished school, I said that, oh, finally, I will never read a book in my life ever again. And then I changed that, and I don't know how much you can see it. I think it's not in the, no, you can't see it, but my bookshelf is here next to me, and I'm really proud and really happy to have so many books and the chance to read so many books. Because if we are in a fixed mindset that this is where we are, this is our life, that's it, we can't do anything, then guess what's gonna happen? Not much, right? But if we change to a growth mindset and we start to learn new things, we want to learn, we want to improve, we want to evolve, then it's something's happening on my computer. I hope I'm still live. Yeah, all good. So if you change to this this learning, improving, evolving all the time, that type of mindset. I was the guy after a while when I started my self-development journey. I read lots of books, I went to seminars, I met lots of positive people and people with positive thinking, and it really transformed my life. And I usually say that if someone knew me 10, 15 years ago, then they don't know me now. If you knew me 10 years ago and you have an idea what kind of person I am, that's not true today. That's not the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that. I'm proud to say that, because I honestly believe, without showing off, that I became a much better version of myself, and this is what I encourage you to do as well. So change to growth mindset, because it's super important. Always learn new things, always evolve. I personally committed to lifetime learning, because we don't know everything, and we have to remind ourselves that we don't know everything. We can always learn new things, and that's super important. And Jim Rohn said, the legendary Jim Rohn, one of my favorite teachers and mentors, that if you want to have more, you need to become more. For things to change, you need to change. For things to get better, you need to get better. For things to improve, you need to improve. And if you grow, everything grows for you. So that's a super important mindset, from fixed mindset to growth mindset. That's number 2. And then number 3 is also an important one. Failures are not failures. Failures are not failures, or at least don't look at them as failures. Because lots of people think that oh, I have a new idea, I'm gonna change the world, I'm gonna do the biggest business, I'm gonna get rich, I'm gonna do this project, this business, anything, and then they try it once, twice, 3 times, it doesn't go the way they imagined it will, and then they just give up. Because they take it as a failure. Okay, I failed, I can't do this. But it's not true. Failure is an illusion, because we need to fail in order to improve. If we don't make mistakes, we never learn. Failures are super important, because this is how we learn, and this is how we evolve, and this is how we get better. And feel free to let me know what you think about that. How do you look at failures? Are you someone who cannot continue and you just give up, or you are someone who says that I don't care, if it takes 1,000 times to try again, then I'm gonna do it 1,000 times again? And here's a good example. Think about children. When children start to learn to walk, how many times they fail? 1,000,000 times, right? And they don't say that, oh, okay, I just stay here, I just sit on the floor, and I'm not gonna stand up, I'm not gonna make those first steps. And also their parents always encourage you that, yeah, go, try again, 1,000,000 times if necessary. And this is how they start to learn. So this is super important. When we grow up, we forget this, and maybe it's part of the schooling system, which I don't really agree with. Actually, I highly disagree with, because in the school, what we learn? Don't make mistakes, never make mistakes. What a bullshit! I mean, why not? This is how we learn. If you don't make mistakes, you don't grow. If you don't make mistakes, you don't evolve. So that's very, very, very important. And think of it this way. Let me just write it down somewhere here, maybe here. So the letters fail is, actually we don't need the dots, just remove. Okay, so fail stands for first attempt in learning. That's what fail means. First attempt in learning. And if you change your mindset this way, that failure is not a failure, failure is just an illusion, and failures are important, because these mistakes make us better. These mistakes make us wiser, smarter, and next time we will do better. So it's super important. Failure is not failure, and whenever you fail in life, don't feel bad about it. Think of it this way. Guess what? Next time I'll be better. So that's the third one. Where are we? Number 4 is, this is an important one as well. Don't play the victim game. Don't play the victim game. Now, if you watch this, I'm sure everyone would say, oh no, I never do that, I never do that. Guys, I'll be honest, there was a time when I did that. This always turns around, I can just see it on the camera, but it's nice this way, I like this. So, don't play the victim game. I was the guy who also, as I said, 10-15 years ago, I didn't take responsibility for anything. Whenever it happened to me, I was always complaining. I always blamed everyone. It wasn't my fault, but it was the government fault. It was my parents' fault. It was my brother's fault. It was my friend's fault. It was my neighbor's fault. Anyone, but not me. And then after I realized, it's usually a painful experience. It was a painful experience for me, but I get to a point when I looked into the mirror and I said that, okay, Gergő, this is your fault. Gergő, you are responsible for your life. And I just realized that I'm responsible for everything that happens to me. Kami says, hi, I need to read and listen a couple of videos like what you do now for change my mind and do not worry about my mistakes. Kami, welcome. You are at the best place. Feel free to watch my videos. You can find all of them here on my Facebook, or if you watch this on YouTube, I mean you watch this live, so you're not, but if you want, check out my YouTube channel, which is Mystery Teachings with Gergő, or my Bitchute channel, which is bitchute.com// mystery teachings. So welcome, and if I can help you, I'm super happy to do that. As I always say, if there's just one person I can help with my ideas, then it's worth it. So welcome. So, where are we? Victim game. So yeah, as I said, I was the guy, and then I realized that it doesn't work this way, and I have to take responsibility, because lots of people blame others, and it takes some time until we take responsibility, because, you know, things are happening for you and not to you. And many times bad things happen, we take them as bad things, but then later, a few months later, a few years later, if we look back, we realize that without that bad thing, something really good wouldn't happen. So sometimes these things are just meant to happen for the better, for a greater good. And here is a good example. There is a story, I don't know if you heard it, that there was a story about two people. They didn't know each other, and both of them had a serious car accident, and they went to hospital. It happened the same day, but it was a different location. They've been taken to a hospital, and they ended up next to each other. So their bed was next to each other, both of them serious accident, and then when they started to recover, obviously they were laying next to each other, so they started to talk, and then when they left the hospital, they agreed that they go for a coffee because they had some nice conversations, so why not? And then after that, you know, there was what's going on with my computer all the time? Okay, all good. So they went for a coffee, and then it became a date and another date, and then today they are happily married. And they both are super grateful for that serious car accident, because without that, they couldn't meet, right? So think of it this way. Don't play the victim game. Look at things as even if it's a bad thing, try to believe and try to trust that it happens for something better in the future. I know it's difficult, but I look at it this way. I had a serious car accident as well 3 years ago, a little bit more than 3 years ago, just 3 days before Christmas. And I think that was a kind of breakthrough moment for me when I just remained calm and I didn't start thinking like, oh, he was drunk, you know, I was thinking maybe he had a bad day, maybe he lost someone, anything can happen. So that was a different reaction from me than the way I would have reacted previously. And also from that accident I received some nice amount of money as well from the insurance, so it was a good thing. But anyway, let's move on. Number 5 is don't wait for things. This is a bit long one. Don't wait for things to happen in order to be happy. I don't write down the whole things. So don't wait for external things to be happy. You know, people say when I get this item, I will be happy. When I get that TV, I will be happy. When I will go to that holiday, I will be happy. When I change my job, I will be happy. Kami says in the meantime, everything happens with reason. Yeah, that's true. And he also says, I love what you do. I hope these videos can help lots of people start a better life. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kami. I appreciate it. Thank you. So people say that I'll be happy when this happens, I'll be happy when that happens. And I'd like you to understand that you do not find the happy life, you make it. You do not find happiness, you create it. Because, you know, happiness is inside of us. We are happiness, we made of love in fact. So happiness is not an external thing, and happiness is not in the future. Happiness is here, right now, and you can decide if you want to be happy or not. And let me just finish with another quote from Jim Rohn, and he said that happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something that you design for the present. And I believe it's true. So don't wait for external things, and don't expect that other things, other people, items, places that you visit, they will make you happy. Because they will not. You can be there as a happy person, you can get those items as a happy person, but happiness is inside of you all the time, and it's your decision if you want to be happy or not. So these are some mindset changes that I wanted to share with you. I hope you got some value from this. If you have any other ideas, ways to change your mindset and eventually transform your life and change your life, feel free to let me know, feel free to drop a comment below, because I believe mindset is everything, and the better mindset, the better life. So I hope you got some value, and I hope there is just one person at least who can get some benefit from this, some valuable information. If so, feel free to share this video, and thank you for watching tonight. I will see you in the next video very soon, in a couple of days time. And now enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your day. And thanks for watching. Take care everyone. Have a good evening. Bye bye.